25.
Well, here we go then. It is time to see the history maker, and I'm not talking about Brendan Dolan.
25.
Lisa Ashton, the first female player to win a tour card at qualifying school, makes her debut as a PDC professional. She faced an anxious wait after being knocked out on the final day of Q School before
25.
Finally learning of the news that she had snuck into that last spot and deservedly earned her place on the Pro Tour, having narrowly missed out 12 months ago. And after all the attention garnered by the fabulous run from Fallon Sherrock at the Alexandra Palace, Lisa Ashton hit the headlines herself by securing a place on the Pro Tour, which she's just been welcomed to by Brendan Dolan, with the 180 thrown against her at the earliest possible opportunity.
100.
It will be no surprise to see Lisa Ashton
60.
Win this match. It would have been less of a surprise around this time last year had she managed to get over the line at Q School then, but since 57. Then Brendan Dolan has enjoyed a resurgence of sorts, picking up 2 Players' Championship titles in 2019.
46.
He's made a strong start to this first round tie here.
100.
If you are tuning in specifically for this match, just to make you aware, we are suffering 1 or 2 technical problems, which means there's slight delays at times when the darts enter the board, so apologies in advance for that. And for any problems with the picture, we are working our hardest and our fastest to get those issues resolved. There's Brendan
93.
Dolan. Well, he's working his hardest and just about his fastest as well. A strong start for the man nicknamed the History Maker, but it's not a mantle 59. I'll be using much in this match because it could confuse the 2 players.
$60.
Lisa Ashton making that giant leap for ladies darts. There has been much debate about whether or not her achievement was greater than Fallon's achievement and all that. I say let's just celebrate both.
100.
And both will be at the UK Open in Minehead next month.
27.
More TV and big stage exposure. But Lisa is not happy with how she started.
100.
Visible frustration for the Lancashire Rose, shaking her head as she walked back to the table, but that's a sign of the standard that she sets herself.
137.
And that standard evident in that visit.
$60.
So far here on Stream 1, we've witnessed Michael van Gerwen beat Scott Mitchell, Damon Heta.
100.
Win a high quality affair against Gert Nenches. And coming up after this, we've got John Michael against Jordi Meerwisser. Have just had word that our second round ties
60
will feature Adrian Lewis against Gabriel Clements. Bullseye for Ashton here.
59.
Not far away, just the wrong side of that wire. Dolan will be hoping for at least a dart at the same target. He's not going to get that.
82.
So Lisa Ashton requires 25 points for her first leg as a PDC
Game
Pro.
shot.
And there it is. Secured on double eight. Yes, Adrian Lewis versus Gabriel Clements coming up in the first of our second round matches in around an hour's time. And then Jeffrey Disvan will take on
134.
either Martin Schindler or Dirk Telnickers.
$137.
We'll try and bring you results from around the boards throughout the course of today's action.
60.
I can tell you that Stephen Bunting has defied 106 average from Luke Humphries to win that match 6-5. Seeing some remarkable losing averages already this afternoon.
76.
Jose de Sousa has gone down 6-3 in his first match of the year, beaten by Martin Clearmaker.
80.
Mervyn King, a 6-3 winner against Cristo Reyes. Performance of the afternoon so far. Well, that goes to Michael Smith. Cruelly beaten in the final of the Masters,
43.
missing match darts yet again to win his first big TV title. But he is another man who has overcome 106 average by his opponent. That was thrown by Ryan Joyce, but Joyce went down 6-3 to the bully boy, who averaged
50.
over 110. Superb start for Smith, who hails from the same part of the world as Lisa Ashton in Lancashire.
93.
She's down to a finish first in this third leg against the darts of Dolan, who will be relieved to have
101.
seen that second dart land in the treble 20 bed, but the wayward third has left him potentially only getting one dart at double when he comes back.
45.
It is just the one dart at double top.
36.
The way his darts stand up, it was always going to be hard to somersault one over that, and Ashton has an outside chance to earn an early break of throw. She can't do it now.
71.
That has been the chink in the armour of Lisa Ashton in this match. There's been some solid visits,
Game
but there's
shot.
been some rather scrappy ones as well. And that's something that she'll look to iron out.
100.
The fantastic thing about Lisa earning herself a spot on the Pro Tour is she'll get the chance to do that week after week, day after day, match after match.
45.
And I can only see it improving her game.
$66. $100.
Again, Ashton just going to the table at the back and
45.
wiping her hands on a dart. You can just sense that there is a little bit of tungsten tension. Determined to prove herself, Lisa Ashton. She's got a full year to prove her credentials on the Pro Tour. Well, 2 years, in fact, as a tour card holder, but not sure she's got an awful lot to prove.
123.
A winner of the Women's World Championship 4 times.
180. $139.
Well, that was a fabulous setup, and almost deserves darts at double 14, but Brendan Dolan has 2 at double 12 to deny her that.
Shot.
Nicely done by Dolan. He's halfway there. I'm still not sure about the shirt, Brendan.
180.
I mean, I understand the theme, but it is somewhat garish.
45.
The theme is that he's a history maker because he hit a 9-darter, didn't he, at the World Grand Prix. The first man to do it in the double start format. So this
100.
should be a piece of cake. 180 followed by 177, leaves 144. Not going to happen on this occasion.
56.
We saw Gert Nenches in the previous match set up the prospect of a perfect leg and then lose that leg.
60.
Surely Brendan Dolan won't involve himself in such comical capers. Well, he could, you know, he could. Because he's managed to somehow leave himself 7. And you can see the frustration as Brendan
60.
walked back there. Right. Don't go inside, Brendan, because you could have all sorts of nightmares, and that is a dream dart for Dolan. But it has been far from a dream start for Lisa Ashton.
25.
Let's not forget that we saw Glenn Durrant, who moved over from the BDO last year with the
100.
biggest fanfare of all. Lose his first match and then go on to reach the final on the second day.
45.
This is a marathon, not a sprint. There is time to settle in. I am told there has been a 9-darter here this afternoon.
46.
By Mike van Duivenbode, hitting that in the 5th leg of his match against Chris Dobie to go 4-1 up.
180.
You might have expected it to have come from MVG, but today it's MVD producing perfection as Lisa Ashton produces perfection for the first time.
98.
In her new job.
140.
And have just got word that that's actually the second 9-darter of the day. Mickey Mansell hit one earlier. That was in leg 4
100.
of his match against Nathan Derry to go 3-1 up. How many are we going to rack up
89.
in 2020?
Sorry, 79.
Well, Brendan threatening a huge out. This would hurt.
170.
Well, that would have really, really hurt Lisa Ashton, who'd done wonderful things in this leg to leave herself on double 16.
Game shot.
She finds that double. Dolan is not out of the woods just yet. There is no doubt that he has been the better player in this match, but any game can turn at any time.
140.
do have a
140.
handful of first round results to make you aware of. Jamie Hughes has beaten Willie O'Connor 6-5. John Henderson
78.
has seen off Jesus Naguera 6-3. Dirk van Duijvenbode, a 6-1
100.
win for him over Vincent van der Voort, one of the handful of players to regain his tour card immediately, coming through the European Q School. DVD. Fast forwards through to the second
97.
round. Danny Noppert, 100 average against Ryan Murray, 6-4. Murray on the Pro Tour. Previously famous for having 2 9-darters hit against him in the same
85.
match. That, of course, by Michael van Gerwen in Wigan a couple of years ago. And Ricky Evans, a 6-3 winner against Benito van der Pas. On board 16.
100.
Well, that ton from Dolan leaves this leg quite finely poised. It all depends on what Ashton can produce here. She needs at least the
100.
same, you feel, and she's hit exactly the same. A slightly more favourable finish for Ashton, but the treble 18 renders that assessment
Game shot.
moot. And Brendan Dolan, well, he's just taking care of business.
45.
I think Lisa Ashton knows that that might have been the point where this match got away. If Brendan
60.
had hit a couple of single 18s, he would have only had a dart at the bullseye. Ashton would have been guaranteed a dart at the outer ring as long as she found the singles. Now she needs the trebles.
180.
Finds 3 of them.
$45. 60. 100.
Well, she may be embarking on the first small steps of the 1,000-mile journey here.
140.
But she would have to break Brendan Dolan twice to turn this tie around, and there is no margin for error.
140.
Dolan has been clinical at the crucial time. She was denied a shot at 76 in the previous leg. Now she has to go 25 for bull, really.
51.
And there's a difference. Brendan Dolan could have found himself in such a quandary in the previous leg, but clinically did the job. Now Lisa Ashton has to waste a dart
100.
and is under some pressure. Big, big moment.
Nine scored.
And Lisa Ashton can't deliver. Brendan Dolan has been taking these kind of shots out at these kind of moments.
Game shot and the match.
And Dolan does the job. We'll see plenty more of Lisa Ashton throughout 2020, but her first attempt at winning a match on the Pro Tour ends in defeat to Brendan Dolan. He goes through the 6-2 success, solid performance from him, and he will take on the winner of our next match. That's John Michael against Jordi Meewisser, and it's about 2 minutes away.